stay right there, like. Good?
Already out.
Oh.
This is the app for it, though. Right here. It's like
Yeah, what about Keanu? He looks tight.
I told you when you're gonna drop, so you can be like, all right.
Somebody says you look tight. You should have said pause on that one.
So you select your size.
You look tight. Pause.
Let's say you want the hand.
That looks better, right?
It's like shit like that.
But this way, it looks like you're out of the conversation.
What up, world? Shout out to you guys in TV land. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Instagram at The Show RI. Also follow us on Apple Music, Spotify, and Stitcher. This is Ryland's newest podcast where we talk about everything under the sun. Sports, music, it don't even matter, etc., etc. But without further ado, I'm Jared.
I'm Tony.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Keanu.
Thomas.
Your boy Pig.
Shout out to the three amigos behind the camera, Ethan, Iceberg, and Elon Snacks. And live from JBTM Boxing, this is The Show.
Bright lights, my city got a gleam on it. So first before you rock, you gotta lean on it. You might see a dealer, a scrapper, a shooter, a rapper, preacher, or actor.
Boys, we got one more guest.
One more?
We got one more guest.
Wrong goddamn man, dog.
I'm a goddamn.
We got this brother that we got with us today from Taunton, Massachusetts. He's a pro boxer with 11 wins, five losses, but 8 of those wins is knockouts. He's a former ABF super lightweight champion, New Hampshire welterweight champion, and his next title fight is April 29th, 2003 for the NABA super lightweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome to the show Mean Marqus Bates. My brother. My brother.
Hey, Jared. He said his next title fight is 2003?
23.
23. No, he's 23. Nah, Keanu's really trying to get on somebody.
I had 23. Hey,
He a Bengal fan, so he's always salty.
I'm a bad.
Always salty. Look, he's in a Patriot jersey and he was salty.
Oh, now I'm a hater.
He said my trophy case is empty and theirs ain't.
No.
What is that? You know what?
But Marqus, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you for
It's a
having me.
pleasure having you, bro.
Thank you.
Salute to my dad, Brian Johnson, for letting us come here and shoot today. Pleasure. But bro, are you nervous for this fight? Are you excited?
I'm excited, nervous a little bit, just because I'm stepping on once again, this is a bigger stage. There's a lot on the line for me for this, so a little bit nervous. Yeah, you know what I mean, it's a fight, you know, and it's big. So, I mean, if you ain't human,
You gotta feel something. You gotta feel something.
Exactly.
Shit, bro. So what gave you your start in boxing, bro? Let's bring it way back.
getting out the streets. I was in the streets. I was selling drugs, fucking with guns. I was trying to make a long story short. I was in a bar, and one of my people was actually now he's not here with us. He's my son's uncle. At the time, he was an amateur fighter, and he pretty much was like, yo, you know, I'm over here training. Come by the gym, come check it out. And pretty much, I went by the gym, I checked it out, and it was a wrap. After that, I stayed in the gym for probably like a year and a half, and then just doing amateur stuff, and it wasn't paying my bills, wasn't doing what I needed to do. So I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm go back to doing what I was doing, and then I didn't get back into I was away from boxing for like 6 years. In the meantime, I ended up going to prison for 3 years, and I came out, and when I came out, I just came out with a plan, and a year later, I came out in 2014, so in 2015, in the summer, that's when I met your pops. You know, it's been steamrolled since then.
Tunnel vision ever since.
Yeah.
So you guys got any questions for Marqus?
Yeah, I got a question.
He got a book over here from boxing. What you talking about?
You got a book over here.
What you talking about, bro? This motherfucker got a paragraph over here with his watch. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I asked him who's his favorite boxer, or like who
I don't have like a specific. I got a few. Marvin Hagler is one of them. You know, I like Sugar Ray, but Tyson Tyson just because he was just
That dude.
ferocious. He just had you before he even got in the ring. And then when he got in the ring, he knocked your head off.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Hagler, I like Hagler's style. He was rugged, you know what I'm saying? And he just come in there and he'll beat you down. You know, and I like that. And then, you know, Sugar Ray, he was just sweet with it.
Can't sleep on Sugar Ray.
Speed, power, you know, then I gotta hop to Pernell Whitaker, you know, Southpaw, that boy is fire. Defense is crazy. So I don't have a specific one. There's a few that I like.
Jordan, what you got, Jordan?
All right. So I got one. I asked you about one earlier. I'm gonna save that till a little bit later. But this one I'm gonna ask, like minutes before the fight, what is your final, what's that final thought before you pull that dog out? Like walking out, is it you think of a memory that brought you to this moment, or you thinking of a memory that like made you love the sport? Like what goes through your head those final minutes before going out to fight?
Honestly, I try to empty my thoughts because there just be too much coming in at the time. So that 30 seconds right when my music starts and I'm sitting there and I'm in the hallway or whatever and I'm by myself, I try to empty it all out. I close my eyes and it's just like, fuck it.
Just like you and him in the middle
Yeah,
of the ring.
and that's it. Then as soon as I say fuck it, I walk out and
Game time.
It's game time.
Thomas, you want to go?
Damn, let's go to Keanu first.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I had a similar question to that, so it was something similar to that, and you kind of answered what I was gonna ask.
My question was, have you seen any weaknesses in Gabriel Morales' fighting or his technique or anything that you can exploit within that fight coming up?
Gabriel Morales.
Yeah, isn't that who you're facing?
Nah, that's my dog. I'm not fighting
That
Gabriel.
wasn't on the flyer?
We on the flyer together because we come from the same promotion.
Okay.
So I mean, we not fighting.
Just because
Yeah,
he's
so I got that
Yeah,
wrong.
doesn't mean
That's what
My
he-
bad.
But Gabe,
This is Thomas. He don't do his homework.
Nah, he did
So are you fighting Harry?
I got that wrong.
You fighting Harry?
I got the flyer wrong.
Sometimes you get questions. Sometimes you get answers wrong in your
yeah,
homework.
I'm
you know what I
not
mean?
fighting none of the dudes on that flyer. Those dudes is come. We all from up here going down to Florida to set that shit on fire.
Oh, word?
So yeah, them dudes is rocking with me. Those is like they pretty much stable mates because we fighting on the same promotion. We on the same card.
Oh, so that's the 401.
All right,
flag,
so
pretty much.
take his question, place and fight his name.
So the dude I'm fighting, weaknesses I see in him. Well, there's a lot, and I ain't gonna discuss them because
Then you be telling
Then you be
me.
telling
Yeah.
Why you, whose team are you on? Son?
What's your next question?
Way popular.
Don't worry about champ.
You got more questions? Joint, keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Don't slow down now.
I thought we were
Just be
doing
correct
one-
about the questions.
I thought we were doing
Why
one
didn't
question.
you pursue other sports like growing up?
I pursued football and I played basketball. Basketball was my first sport. That was my first love. Football was almost equal to basketball, but I stopped playing football because my dad ended up going to prison catching an L, and that not having my dad be there for all my football games like he was, I didn't want to put another pair of cleats on. So I probably no bullshit. I was that good. I probably could have made the NFL, but I didn't. You know, I didn't play football, and I didn't want to play basketball either, just because of that as well. But I stayed playing basketball because if I didn't, then my family would have knew something was wrong with me. And being the oldest son, and I got brothers and sisters and a single mom, I couldn't let them see me not
Being okay.
be on point. So I played ball, I got through it, and I did my thing. But basketball was definitely my first love before boxing. My mom would have never put me in boxing and karate because she would have thought I would have went to school and tried to beat niggas up.
Why not? You know what I mean?
I got
some days be testing you, bro.
I got in enough trouble. I mean, I defended myself when I needed to, but
Yeah, that's what you gotta
shit,
do.
if I knew how to do karate and jump and kick somebody in the face, I probably been doing that shit on
That's why you-
purpose.
Oh, I
would've-
That's why
You
you
probably
say
get kicked out of karate like I did.
Tony got to orange belt
first.
and they kicked his ass out.
me.
Tony was putting people in to kick his ass out after the orange
Yo,
belt.
Tony was like, yo, hit me if you want to.
Shit, Marcus, what music artists inspire you like during training camp or right before a fight? Like, what are you listening to, bro?
Oh man, I'm still like early 2000s Mobb Deep, 50 Cent. You know, I'm
You know nothing
real.
about
Oh shit!
Queensbridge Finest. I be,
Ooh, talk that shit,
yeah,
man. Talk that shit.
He's saying some
So
real
I
names.
be,
You don't even know nothing about that last one you said.
Some Obi Trice.
Ooh.
That's I be all on that. That's pop.
They don't name no gimmick.
You know what I mean?
Talk
Mobb
that.
Deep heavy. Be on my shit.
Shit.
How do you forget Ace Hood?
I fuck with Ace Low.
You don't listen to Ron Wave?
He said early 2000s.
Not while I'm training.
Man, he said Ace Hood, bro. Come on, man.
Ace Hood came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? He said Ace Hood, let it open for Rob. You know what I mean? I-
Ace Hoods that
Always
I rock
a way
with,
to get
that
Rob.
shit just bang.
Hey,
But
if I see the layup, I'll take it.
predominantly I'm on. I be on Mobb Deep, my 50, you know, shit like that. But mainly Mobb Deep and 50.
Hey, it's your world, player.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean,
But I be hip to the new. Like I fucks with Lil Baby. We be banging Lil Baby in hip while we hitting the bag and training and shit like that.
Right on.
You know what I mean? Some Kendrick, some J. Cole. You know what I mean?
So seeing as we're on the music, I got a question. Are you a person that has to listen to like rap music while training, or are you like a slow melody, like R&B type while you're training?
I can listen to everything except country music.
Hey, now I'll show you some country songs that change your mind.
But I like when Boo comes in the gym and he play James Brown. That's a different step.
I got
you
it.
get
Different vibe.
You get different vibe on. You just start feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And then the other day last week I was at my strength and conditioning and there's a guy in there. I was shadow boxing. He came in. He started playing some Temptations. You know, and it's just some soul. It's just soul music. You feel it. So I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. If I ain't, shut that shit off.
Yeah, for
You
real.
kind of answered the question for me. He said the music hit the soul when you listen to music like that. That's why I was asking if you listen to certain music, because like you're saying,
Yeah, some
that
shit-
music hits you different.
Like when I'm
while training.
jumping rope, I need something that's like more up tempo. You know what I mean, something a little harder, something up tempo because catch the rhythm of the rope and you just rock out. And then when I'm shadow boxing, sometimes I kind of want some mean shit. And then if Boo come in and he want to throw the James Brown off, then you know we start moving around in the ring, really moving, but throwing punches. You know
How
what
is
I mean?
that transition for you? Like like how you're saying if you're shadow boxing and you need that mean stuff, and with him coming into the gym, does that throw you off?
No,
or does that just like kind of?
it loosens you up, and it's a definitely different perspective when he comes in.
Type of focus.
Yeah, because he comes in and he be on that James Brown, and you watching him and like, all right, you got that step, you got that soul, so just let that shit rock, get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? This is where we got to be comfortable in the most uncomfortable.
Kind of put you at home type.
Yeah,
of
you know.
feeling.
So when you just sitting there, you just vibing out, you get loose, and that's when you start to come into you.
I like it.
That's big facts.
That is.
Right, I got a question. My question is it's a funny question, but it's in your sport question. That would be, if you do, because you might not, but if you do like Rocky, which one was your favorite one? I know being a boxer, I mean, that Rocky had to be locked in at some point now.
Yeah, nah, he was. The one I liked the most was when Drago killed Creed and
If
he
he
came
dies,
back
he do.
He dies.
and he whooped Drago ass.
Drago ass, hell yeah.
I think that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to know, man. All these other boxing questions, man. I want to know some life shit, man.
He said.
Come on, Dead Man Walking, speak up, bro.
I was letting one of y'all rock. We all went except for Kiani, so.
Yeah, Karen, you got other questions, sucker?
My question was about him, like you talked about nerves earlier, and I was just saying, what's one of the, like when do the nerves kind of you just go, like for you, like is it when you like kind of like get into the ring or when the first punch? Because like some people like with like football, with me it's like when I get on the field and I get the first pop, you know what I'm saying? That's where like.
Yeah, usually when I get punched, the first punch, that's when it's like, all right, we in this, we here now, you know. Sometimes it differentiates from fight to fight. Sometimes it might take me the first 10 seconds to get punched to be like, ah, yeah, we here. Or as soon as I'm in the ring and they announce my name, then it's everything's shut off and everything's shut off. But I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else behind me, on the side of me left, it don't even matter. It's just me and homeboy.
Shit, bro. Just as a fat dude, I gotta ask. What's the worst thing about getting ready for a fight? Like when it comes down to like not eating certain foods and staying away from temptation and shit like that. Cause a brother like me need to know. Cause I need to drop the phone.
So he's pretty much asking you how it feel during Cup Week.
I'm a skinny fat kid. I love my Oreos. I love my cookies. I love my brownies, blondies, banana nut bread, banana bread.
He sounds like a snack, and I like it.
PB donuts. You know what I'm saying? I love all that shit. But when it comes time to block in and I gotta hit camp mode and do my diet, I'm like 99.9% on point with my shit. Like I'll that 1%, I'll dive into some cookies or something just to kill the craving, but I'll make sure that it's not too much where it's gonna.
You gotta kill yourself in the gym the next day.
Off. Yeah, but I usually stay on point, and I like to eat, and I like to eat good food, flavorful food. So you know it does get hard, but when I look at the bigger picture and I'm ready to go, it's like, you know what? What's worth more, me busting this nigga's ass or me eating some Oreo cookies? I'm gonna bust your ass. I get to those Oreo cookies later.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I usually just when it's time to go, it's time to go. I just lock in, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then like other temptations, like it's like this is a 10-round fight, so it's been about 8 weeks and no buns. You know what I mean? that shit kicking my ass right now.
Yo, fuck the sports. I ain't going no 8 weeks without fun.
He about to knock this motherfucker out.
You know what I mean? No booty for 8 weeks right now. I'm going
fuck no, not November. This nigga's on 8 weeks.
I got like 3. It's like 7 to 8 weeks, and I got 3 more weeks left. You know what I'm saying? So, like, testosterone built.
So one of our viewers just asked me basically, what's the fire that keeps you going after each fight? Win, lose, or draw, like that's telling you, all right, even after the win or the loss, on to the next, time to dig back in, go 100 for the next fight, to the next fight, to the next fight.
Just my passion and love for the sport. Like I literally love this shit, and win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna keep fighting till I can't no more. You know, and a lot of people like, well, you know, boxers, you get this many losses or you're undefeated and shit like that. To me, a real fighter, a real dog ass fighter, done got his shit knocked in and got back up and came back up and knocked niggas down.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not knocking Mayweather the way he did it beautifully. But look at Muhammad Ali, look at Mike Tyson, look at Roy Jones Jr., look at Bernard Hopkins, you know what I'm saying? Look at Sugar Ray Robinson. All those fighters is legends and great fighters, and they all took losses and came back and demolished whatever was in their way.
It's that bounce back.
You know what I'm saying? Lost again. got back up and kept fighting. Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Duran, you know, same thing. Took them L's, but got back up and kept fighting. And that's that to me, that's a true fighter.
Facts.
Someone that keep getting back up no matter what. You beat me, all right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Besides your fight that's coming up, do you have any big predictions like for like the Ryan Garcia fight and the Tank Davis fight?
Taking 8.
Taking 8.
I say taking 8. I'll take with 8. I say take it 10. I'm giving Ryan a little bit more.
So you think they're gonna be scrapping?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna Tank. He's smart, he's strong, and he's fast. And Ryan, he's fast, he's strong. I give it to him, but he doesn't have the IQ in the ring like Tank. And Tank gonna take him into deep waters, and then he gonna drown his ass. And I don't take nothing away from Garcia. He's a hell of a fighter, but Tank is a different type of animal. That boy different. And when you got someone that's different like that, and someone that's hungry, and I don't care that Ryan Garcia is tall. Tank been fighting tall fighters his whole life. He know how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? So I think between 8 and 10, Tank Davis.
Thomas, that's what you had, no? That's what you said.
That was his round.
Shit.
In preparation for your fight coming up, what's your least favorite activity with training?
Running.
But why though? Why is it running?
No, it's not.
It's not. It's just getting started. Is the worst. Once I get in it, I'm good. But like, damn, I gotta run. And it's cold outside, so I've been running outside. I've been running on the treadmill. The treadmill is boring because I'm just running in place. I run better outside because I could just lose myself in the sky somewhere. Yeah. But right now I've been running on a treadmill, so it sucks. But running for me, I wouldn't say it's like pulling teeth, but it's close to it. Because I would rather think of something else to do than run, but running burns a lot of calories, so I just like, fuck it. What?
Damien.
You ain't gonna burn that much calories as you're gonna do running than Damien.
Have you ever did a 100-yard bear crawl and then back?
I did it on the football field. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, does your trainer make you do that now? Is that something part of your regimen or no?
No.
Damien.
Damien is pretty much this.
You hear this?
And we're strapped to a harness with a elastic band, and you bear crawl all the way out, then you gotta bear crawl back, do like 5 push-ups, bear crawl up again, 3 push-ups, bear crawl up again, 2 push-ups, bear crawl back, 2 push-ups, and just 3, 5, 2.
But that just sounds
tired. Have me do?
I'm tired.
What is it, Ron?
135.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to play me.
1, 3, 5 or 5, 3, 1.
You try to play? Yo, he tried to play me one day.
No. He gave it to you. He didn't even give it to you.
No, he wasn't here. It was Ron.
And burpees. I hate burpees. I hate burpees.
There's 3 different phases. He only gave you one, and there's 3 rounds in there.
And then
Yeah, the same thing. I was just saying, what he described is what you try to have me
you got
do.
the spider push-ups. You do the spider push-ups with it, and then you do the pauses. You hold on all 4. Trash. Shit sucks.
Bro, I felt your pain when you said running. What are you talking about? When you said running, I was like, damn. Someone give me a napkin. I'm sweating.
Sounds like his workout was my childhood football practice.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, see, it's like running sprints. I would rather run sprints and like suicides, short bursts, than to run long distance. Because when I played basketball, that's suicides and sprints. That's what we did. So that I don't have a problem with, but it's hitting the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 miles.
Taunton mass.
That's where it gets like, damn.
Damn, I
The
can't.
first time I ran 10 miles, I was at work and I was gassing myself up. As soon as I woke up that morning, I was like, yo, I'm getting this 10 miles, I'm getting this 10 miles. Got to work, getting this 10 miles, getting this 10 miles. I got home, I looked at my shoes, I was like, damn.
Fuck them 10 miles.
I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to get those 10 miles.
This
Fuck them 10 miles.
But I gassed myself up and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. But before I left the house, I was like, yo, babe, where you going? She's like, well, I'm going over here. I was like, well, if I need a ride back, I'm gonna call you. But I got to mile 7 and I didn't call her. I made it home. But it was more mental than it was the physical part. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like boxing, this shit is 80% mental and it's 20% physical. You know what I'm saying? So if you can solidify it in your mind, then you can get in that ring and do it.
So like you're saying, how you said on that 7 mile, like while you're running, do you feel like while you're in your training week, whether it's for a fight or not for a fight, do you feel like on a day where you feel like you had a bad workout, does that fuck up your flow, like as a boxer? Like you feel like I didn't give it my all, because at the end of the day, it's only you in that ring, you and your opponent. So you feel like if your week wasn't good at, do you feel like if your week wasn't good at with your workouts, whether life at home and stress like that, and like does you feel like that follows you into your fight sometimes, or how do you like, would you forget all?
Nah, I just like there's been plenty of times where I done had bad sparring nights where I done got my ass kicked, and you know, or I didn't do as much as I wanted to in the gym, like as like workout wise. But what I try to do, I had a bad sparring time last time, so we try to make it up the next time. You know, I didn't do this that time, or I did that trash, so I try to make it the next time. But the whole point is just to go as hard as I can in the gym, whether it's a bad time or good. But whatever bad or good, by the time I get to that fight, everything's just, it's behind me, and that moment right there is where everything gotta come into play.
Respect.
Shit, anyone is in your past fights so far? Has anyone like stuck out to you most? Like, yo, that's like my favorite fight I've fought so far.
I had a couple favorite fights. When I beat Muhammad Ali.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
I thought it was too. I was like,
What? He's still boxing?
man, you still on that stage? God damn.
Now, when I beat Muhammad Ali, that was one of my favorite fights. I was kind of just working him, and the game plan that me and B came up with, we just hit that to the T, and everything that B had me do for that fight, it worked, and we ended up getting dude out of there in the 3rd round. And then when I fought in Fox was against what was his name? Aaron. Was it Aaron? No, not Aaron.
No, I forgot his first name.
I forget, but dude, Puerto Rican dude, last name Hernandez, and that was another perfect. Well, I would say perfect fight for me, because we ended up winning. We won by what was a majority unanimous.
You got unanimous on that one.
But my jab was like perfect that fight. That shit was.
Go ahead,
that shit was popping, and I hurt my right hand, so I couldn't hit him as hard as I wanted to with the right hand, so I had to use that lead hand crazy, and my jab was just picking him. So
Hey, what we doing here? What we doing?
that shit, that was another fight that sticks out to me in my head. And then the New Hampshire one, where I won the New Hampshire welterweight title. That was a good dude, but they thought he was gonna come in there and eat me up, and when I feel that, like when I feel you against me, I fight harder because I'm like, man, fuck out of here.
Hey, talk that
like,
talk, Marqus. Go ahead.
Like, so it just made me, and I ended up knocking dude out in the 6 rounds, had him sleep on the ropes. So
His ass asleep.
and that
Night.
I got my Muhammad Ali picture. Cause his ass is sleeping on the ropes and I'm walking away looking at him.
Classic.
So that was one of my favorite fights too.
Good shit.
I like it.
Shit, I remember when Patriots were playing in the Super Bowl. My dad was like, he's like, you know, Marcus' brother plays on the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then fucking, you know what I'm saying? I ended up seeing the pictures with you and him, and I was like, damn, he does play for the Patriots. How cool was that?
Dude, that experience was sick.
And you're from Massachusetts too,
Yeah,
so it's even better.
It was sick. I couldn't like speechless on it. Like I got to go on the floor with them the next day after the Super Bowl, and I think was it that, and that night got the party with Malcolm Butler, a few other cats, Edelman. You know, it was lit. It was lit.
Shit, that's an experience. That's an experience itself.
Like that.
You would never know about that float feeling. You know what I mean?
You would never know what only float you know is a root beer float.
You would never know what that parade feels
I
like.
think Edelman used to live in Providence.
Nah, in Medola.
Yeah,
Medola.
yeah. I know, I moved one of them.
Alright, so with kids nowadays, like in this world
Yeah.
where everybody's scared to, you feel like kids nowadays actually need to, like something like a boxing program, like they need to go into something like this?
I think it would be good for all kids, you know, whether in the hood or not in the hood. I just feel that you just need to know. I just think that every kid should know how to defend themselves, you know, and I just think that there's always a resolution besides picking up a gun or any type of weapon. You know, what the era I'm from, they was picking up guns and shit, but we fought with hands. We had a problem. Yo, I'll meet you after school. We gonna duck this out. Well, we get it right there. But nowadays, these kids, they want to sit there and grab a weapon and shoot some shit up. You know, so I just feel like, you know, boxing programs, mixed martial arts programs, any type of combat program would be good for any young kid coming up, because I think it will definitely teach them discipline, and there's never nothing wrong with knowing how to defend yourself.
Exactly.
In case you run into a bully.
Build that self-esteem up and that confidence.
You know, I was always little, and everyone that I fought was always bigger than me, and they just thought they could pick on me till they got punched in the mouth, and they're like, oh, I ain't gonna mess with him no more. You know, and I think that'd be good for all kids, girls, boys, whatever.
See, I honestly thought you would probably be, seeing as you're a boxer, you would kind of be like a little bit against like the thing. That's why I asked that question.
My son don't come to the gym, but when he used to, I taught him the simple 1, 2, 3. You know how to throw a 1, you know how to throw a 2, you know how to throw a 3. Anyone step up to you, put their hands on you, you got the 3 deadliest combination, 3 deadliest punches: a straight right hand, a jab, and a hook. Use it, you know. So you know what's up. And when I have another kid, if she a girl, she gonna be right in here too. She gonna know how to fight. So I just think defending yourself and knowing how to do that is detrimental. You know, my mom always, you know. If motherfucker hit you back, what you do? Hit him back.
Hit him right
You
back.
know what I mean? Hit you. And if
I ain't
you
trying
don't,
to get home and get that ass whooping.
You got to see me after that.
How you get that black eye?
Definitely.
Little Kenny did it. Well, we gonna got to fight again.
Real.
God damn, yo, Kenny got hands.
If I went home, if I got
Let me just
beat up
take my
and I
L like
went
a
home,
man.
what happened? He punched in my face, you hit him back, no. She got me right
Bring your
back
ass
out
right
that
back out
door.
there.
We gonna go pay that boy a visit.
Yeah.
What you mean I gotta get another black eye? Damn.
So hearing your, you know, why you made certain decisions and things of that nature, do you regret anything?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I heard you say that, granted, the reason why you stopped playing, but I heard you say earlier that you could have been in the NFL. So knowing you had that type of talent and probably much more because, you know, us kings these days, we're built with a lot of different types of talents. Do you regret that, knowing that you could have been there now?
Yeah, I do. That's why I go so hard with boxing, is because like I didn't play football like I should have, and my last basketball game I quit. I didn't even go. I didn't even go to the game. You know, so having those in the past makes me go that much harder now, because I know that's what I did, and I do regret not playing football, and I do regret not going to that last basketball game, you know. But I'm here now, you know. So I just try to.
And everything's 100.
Yeah.
Everything's at 100. Yeah.
I like that question. I like that question.
You know, we get older. As we get older, we forget about some shit, and then some shit will sit on us and sit with us until it's like, you know what? And I always like to hear that, especially in those who have put in time and work, and then you hear that you had that special gift and that other talent.
Yeah.
But now this is where it's, you know, where God wants you to be. But to know that if you took that left instead of the right, that, you know what I mean?
Right.
That mean, could be two brothers.
Yeah.
I'm talking mass on the Patriots, because, you know, but you here now and there's great things moving, so
I appreciate
definitely good shit. You guys got anything else on that?
Shit, Thomas, you actually had a good question we were talking about earlier about the his CDL shit, no?
I got a book over here.
I just don't feel like want to ask you a million questions. I want to give these guys the opportunity to ask shit too.
We've asked enough. If you got questions,
I've been asking
ask them.
questions more than you, suck. I've been wondering if you was awake.
Go ahead.
All right, so my
Guys,
question
it's
for you
corny.
was it the money that made you choose driving, or a passion just for that type of work?
It's more so the money, but the freedom, because I'm driving, and when I'm in my truck, but I report to somebody. But when I'm in my truck, it's still me by myself, and it kind of reminds me like I'm gonna go make a move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole fucking truckload of gravel. I'm about to go whip up and dump that shit, pick up some asphalt. You know what I'm saying, and come through. So it's more the money. The money is great, but it's more so the freedom. I'm not stuck in no office. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be on a job for like 3 months, but after those 3 months I move to another job. So it's always a change of scenery. I'm not walking up in the office and sitting in the same ass office at the same ass desk, looking out the same ass window. You know,
Different environment.
Driving's me, and it like you I can't smoke weed driving, so I get random piss tests. So it works with me doing boxing, because I don't smoke weed, boxing or driving. I can't. So it all it goes in hand, you know. So it was like it's perfect. It's perfect for me.
So true. All right. So do you feel like being independent made you pursue boxing more, or was it already a passion from the start?
It always was a passion. It just, being locked up just made me want to focus more on things that I could have done, you know, because I didn't want to be 50, 60, 70 years old looking back like, damn, I could have did this and I could have did that, you know. I was 24 when I got locked up, and I'm saying like, shit, man, I played ball, I quit. I didn't even play football, you know, and I'm like, what do I have left that I was good at, that if I give 110% that I could possibly go somewhere with it? And it was boxing. And I didn't want to live with the regret, knowing that I could have did something with it, and I didn't, because I didn't do anything with the other sports.
I got a question for you.
What up?
You see yourself ever starting like a trucking business of your own?
I thought about it. It's in the back. It's in the back of my mind. Not definitely in the forefront. I would like to do it, but it'd probably be something that'll just be a little while longer.
If you ever want to partner up,
Yeah.
let me know.
I ain't driving shit. I ain't gonna drive shit. I'm gonna be sitting back like this, paying motherfuckers to drive.
That's a lot lizard chaser right there.
Let me know.
Indeed.
He wants to try to chase lot lizards.
I don't want to chase lot lizards.
He trying to get lot lizards. That's what he's trying to do. He
Better-
wants his
better
license
stay
plate
away
say
from
lot
lot
lizards.
lizards. Better stay away from them lot lizards.
That's all he wants. He trying to ask you. He trying to get dressed. You need a driver because I'm looking for them lot lizards.
No, like I'm not.
But I asked you earlier, and I told you I wanted to save this question for earlier.
Yeah.
So your outlet, what would be your go-to outlet for like whether it's relieving stress from work or even the sport that you're in, this boxing? Like what is your go-to like stress reliever?
Being home. I'll throw on some Netflix or I'll find something to watch, and I just kick back and just chill. And my son will be downstairs in the basement playing his game. My wife be sitting right next to me, either on her iPad or watching what I'm watching. But just being home, dog. Like that's my. The gym is my outlet, but my outlet to my outlet is just being home. You know what I mean? I don't be hunting. I don't want to do it. I go to work, go to the gym, come home. I'm like this. Come the weekend, yo, what you doing? Nothing. And if there's important gatherings that I have to go to, then I'll make that appearance. But I like being home, dog.
That's me.
I like being home. I can't even front. Cop me a nice little squat right on that couch, grab a clicker, and I'm just from boxing to Netflix to movies on the stream, whatever. I just like being home. Like I be on all type of shows, Snowfall, BMF, Ghost, all that, Bel Air, whatever. I
gotta watch Bel Air today too. Yeah.
I find me a series, and I'm golden for a little bit, you know, to the next one pop off. But yeah, just being home and kicking it, man.
I respect it.
So do you another question I'd like to know. B, don't feel away either. If he says, I want you to speak your mind on this too right here. Don't feel away. Do you feel like the team, the camp that you got around you is the right people?
Hell yeah. I wouldn't change my team for nothing. I met B, and when I met B, like I said, it's just been straightforward from there. And he's one of the most solidest motherfuckers that I ever met in my life. And you know, he's always gonna be close to me. And through the years I've been pro, we done came into some dudes that, you know, are not here, are not rocking with us right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they was on some other shit, you know. And B has never changed up. B's been the same B since I met him in 2015 at the Cape Verdean Festival, to the same B that he is today. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else been a little bit different, but and like now I got Mike Velos, and he's a new addition to the team, and I'm grateful for him. You know what I'm saying? But it's me and B. You know what I mean? It's me and B. It's gonna be me and B, and whoever stays with us, and whoever doesn't. I ain't going nowhere, and my dog ain't going nowhere neither. And if I go, my dog come with me. If he go, then I go with him too. And that's just how it's been. That's how it's gonna be till I take the gloves off.
Much respect.
All right, that's the fat B right there.
Oh, no shit.
See, you actually took my next question out of my mouth. I was actually going to ask you what did you think about the finale of Snowfall. Like, was there everything?
I didn't get to see the finale yet.
All right, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, don't
I ain't gonna say nothing.
He spoiled shit.
Oh, he does. I've had spoiler warnings in the.
I didn't get to
Yo,
see the, I
he's
didn't
a
get to see the
spoiler,
finale
bro.
yet.
He's actually happy that you didn't see it because he wants to tell you about something right now.
No, if you didn't see it, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
He don't see something you don't want to tell him. I don't see something you want to call me and tell me everything.
He mad because I snitched on. I told him that Thanos stabbed Iron Man. Oh, you never seen that either? Oh,
Yeah,
damn,
like,
never
look
mind.
at him. See, I told you, yo. This nigga.
Spoiler alert.
Buzz Killington, bro.
Whatever, guy. It's what it is. But shit, Marcus.
What's up?
There's a lot of boxing movies, you know what I'm saying? Like Ali, there's that one with Robert De Niro, fucking. There's a lot of boxing movies, whatever. But like, what ones like you sit down and watch, like you'll just sit down and get lost in?
I can mess around with the Rockies, but I like Southpaw.
Mm-hmm.
The movie Southpaw. I just like the whole story behind that with this kid, and then he got that big fight coming up, and his wife gets shot, and that shit it's mad sad. But how he falls down and how he gets back up to fight and get to where he want to be and get that belt back, that champion, that shit. I could watch that movie over and over and over again. So I think Southpaw's my movie.
Mm-hmm. That's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a good ass movie.
That's a serious ass movie.
That is a serious.
$1 Million Baby was a good movie too.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Underrated movie right there.
It definitely was.
Very underrated.
But Southpaw,
Was that a real story, $1 Million Baby?
I don't know, was it?
It was based on something real. Most boxing flicks are based on something real.
Yeah.
But
Most of them.
Southpaw's it for me. And Creed, but Southpaw's it for me.
Yeah, I like Creed. The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
He don't know shit about boxing. What? You don't like the Creeds?
You don't like them? Why not?
What?
I mean, it's just Creed is just it's more
When you're in the
up to date.
When you're in the sport and you watch it, it's not realistic. But you gotta understand, it's from different lenses now. Where I watch it from versus where y'all watch it from is totally different. I'm not gonna watch that dude that he's fighting in this movie and really sit there and believe they're the same weight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna believe that some of the struggles that you see when you understand what'll get a fighter suspended and believe it or not, being on the business side spoils a lot of movie side. Cause you be like, that's bullshit, he hit like that, it's 120-day suspension, that's this. It just changes them. So,
Fair to say.
Because because you know what's real and what should be in the movie and what shouldn't be in the
when
movie.
you're always like, he fights. I watch contracts, I watch disputes, I watch trends, I watch how things move. So you see it different.
Yeah.
Like, you can't watch movies no more, and it's almost like working for the WWE and then watching an AEW show or something like that. You're like,
But knowing that those are movies, and you know that the professional aspect of it, you're not at that point where you can treat it as if it was you watching the WWE or something like that, because you know the full aspects and the surroundings of the in and out of the boxing aspect.
you know what it is now? To be totally honest with you, I don't sit still enough to appreciate him. Like, we go from him, when I come back with him, we're already talking about who's fighting, who Ra's fighting next. So when I do get a chance to watch something, it's usually something bad quick. So like for me to say I'm gonna go to a movie and watch Creed, I'm not gonna watch Creed. I'm not, because that means that's time I'm wasting making the next move, because we're also quasi-sliding into the promotional game, because the guy who's promoting Mike, who promotes Marqus, is my boy, so I'm kind of being pulled into the promotion game, like making sure where we're going next. Like, I get a calendar and I gotta pick all the fighters, you know what I mean? So it's not like you have the time to sit there. So when you sit there and say like WWE, I gotta watch that on the replay. You know what I mean? I watch 15 minutes of it here, I watch 5 minutes of it here, I watch 10 minutes of it here. And he'll tell you, he'll get a call from me sometime, I'll forget what time it is. It'll be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be like, yo, what do you think about fighting in Ireland? I'm looking at this fight, or I'm talking to these people. And now, since those things, like I shared with you, I get weird hit-ups now. I got people from Africa going, yo, can I come over here and train with you? People from Atlanta, things of that nature. So knowing the business is crazy because now you want to push things, like making sure this outlet, this entity, the show grows and gets everything it needs. These are all entities because now you go from, my entertainment is legacy, if that makes sense. I want to make Marqus as big as he can. I want to do something when I'm done. I can go here. You know what I mean? And now that with the boo-boo thing and him, he wins this fight, he's in the top 15 in the world. You know what I mean? Then we got a lot coming behind him. We got Ricky, we got Mike. I'm trying to think who else we got coming up. We got the amateurs.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that him and I bounce. He don't just help me with boxing, he helps me plot the moves. So I'm like, yo, are we going back and mess with this promoter? Are we dealing with this guy? What clauses have to go in? It's a lot, but it's all about perfecting everything around us now. The JBTM is bigger than a movie. I have time for movies later. I mean, if we do the right things, it'll be enough where I can reach back and help you. Y'all, but y'all think bigger, y'all think bigger. Put our video teams with y'all to show you this is the way to edit. These are better moves. Here's the thing over here. It's about attaching pieces now. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I was telling Marqus coming here, the biggest thing I'm proud of, all my sons are together. My family's working as one. Both my biologicals, my extendeds, you know what I mean? It's about seeing how far your roots extend. How big is your tree? Are you gonna be just a tree, you're gonna be an orchard, or you're gonna be a forest? I'm trying to build a forest. So I want to be the movie. I want somebody at the end of my time go, yo, you can make a movie about this motherfucker. The shit he's done, the shit he's working through. And I just think some of these movies that they out there, I don't like black movies right now because we all come from a tragic place. Why we all gotta come from something? If we're an inner city movie, somebody been shot, somebody been killed, somebody didn't know their daddy, somebody didn't know this. There's no movies just based off of, yo, this was my grind, I put myself to it, and here I am. Right. You know what I mean? That's what I look for. I look for reality now.
You don't think that the reality, especially nowadays, is that people have had some type of struggle though?
I do, but not every black struggle was not every black event was a struggle. Some shit was just a natural hard work to try.
Yeah, I get that.
And even when we was down in DC and I got to speak to the real Ricky Rose, and I'm talking with him and he's like, yo, out of all the things I did, people talk about how much money I got, but they don't realize how valuable the time was that I had to give up when I had to sit down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Talking to Keith and them brothers down there, talking to Calvin. Like, yeah, a lot of them brothers went to prison. A lot of them brothers did their time and they did their thing, but we got to show these young brothers and sisters coming up that not every brother got to go to the penitentiary. We find two things in jail. We find Jesus and education. That's crazy as fuck. We got to learn how to teach them out here that it's attainable. Why we got to go to jail? What the hell did Jesus do that he's always in jail? What did Allah do that he's in prison? When are the movies going to say, yo, he just worked hard? Think about it. Look at your Boys and Girls Club. If you don't shoot a basketball or throw a football, there ain't shit for you to do in no rec centers. There ain't nothing. Look at when we was at John Hope.
Yeah.
We brought back basketball. We brought back the dances. We brought back just like general parties because everything had to come from a negative connotation. Look at Uncle Vaughn. Where's his reality? Look at inside the families themselves, how people don't talk because we're so stubborn. There's way more lessons to be learned than, oh, let's smoke a blunt and hopefully we'll get famous. Like these grinds are real, bro. Like, I didn't go to jail to learn how to grind. But hopefully, when this is all said and done, I show people how to do it. Fall in love with the process. The process. Don't like the product. Don't ever like the product. Love the process. Because if that one fails, you know how to get your next hustle up. You feel what I'm saying? I put these guys, you guys went a lot of shit with me. When football didn't work, I went to music, I went to comedy, I went to singing, I went to rapping, I went to DJing. But the process is what made me, is what I'm hooked on. When I deal with him, when he's having a hard day, the other day we sitting here right in this spot, and I said to him, yo, fuck what it looks like. It's all about making you ready. Don't fear the outcome. Fuck the outcome. If the process is done right, the outcome's gonna be positive even if it's negative. Fuck that.
That's a fact.
We got a chance to fight for a world position. They told this man, I always tell people that the cops in Taunton wanted to kill him. He got the key to the city. He won. The promise I made to him, I'm gonna make you a champion. We made him a Golden Glove champion. We made him a New Hampshire welterweight. We made him an ABF champion. We're gonna go down there in Florida and win this title. But the process is what he loves. The process, one of the first things I told him before the gym, yo, what are you gonna do if this don't work? Go to school. I'll stay at the gym later. I'll wait for you. Process over product, because guess what? You're never gonna agree totally on anything.
But that's real, Dad, because a lot of people wouldn't do no shit like that. A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't take their time out to wait for somebody to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas now don't want to sacrifice.
So you right there, that's a hats off moment for you right there, because a lot of people would have been like, all right, well, you come back to me when you're good.
When you're ready,
But
I'm not gonna sacrifice my time.
11 o'clock at night sometimes. Him, he gotta work.
Yeah.
We're opening a second gym because we have classes here on certain days.
Yeah.
So if he gotta work late, we're not gonna not work out. We're just gonna find another place, open our own spot, so when he don't have to come close and put it between us and them. It's the process. If you let somebody stop you, or you let somebody put a ceiling over your head, they're gonna control how far you can rise. Ain't nobody controlling how far we rising. Mike brought me into this with Google, but nobody trains him. He's an enigma. He's a Cassius Clay. He's something else. The magic, like I said in the podcast we did, 2-3 weeks ago, everybody talking about my work with him. If it wasn't for him, nobody would know. You guys know about me with Shane. You guys know about the other things I've done, but nobody in the boxing world, I would have never got to where I'm at now if it wasn't for him.
So he uplifted you at the same time as you uplifted him.
Man, listen, you guys uplift me. Y'all uplift me. Because without a reason to be better every day, I give up. Everybody's struggle brings me to a new plateau. That's why I say love the process. The show, I remember when it was a thought. I remember when it was a discussion. Now it's actually here. So now, every day, find a process that's going to take it to a new height. Because there's no ceilings.
So Marcus, do you want to, before we get out of here, would you like to plug anything for the fans to know where they can catch you on social media? They can catch out where they can see your fight if they can't make it to the venue?
The fight Hold on 1 second. You could. It's gonna be pay-per-viewed on.
Was it ReyesBoxingTV.com?
Yeah. ReyesBoxingTV.com. The fight will be pay-per-viewed on there. You can follow me on Marqus Bates, Marqus Bates on Instagram and Facebook. I want to shout out my sponsors. Other Life Studios out of St. Pete's, Florida. That's my man Brandon Wicker. I want to shout out Body Kick Customs. That's the dude that get the fight fit cracking. I want to shout out Hustle Brand, my man Nico Anthony. Sweatsuits, hats, socks, t-shirts, female sweatsuits. You need it. This the dude to be on it, and just the Hustle Brand. It speaks for itself. Healthy Bites Meal Prep. That's my meal prep. People who take care of my food, get me right for the fights. Also, my strength and conditioning coach, Bramwell Fitness Training Center. Doug Bramwell, and then I want to shout out my other sponsor, which is Heart Centered Yoga, where I do yoga to be flexible and
get your center of gravity level. You know what I'm saying?
And that's Eileen Wardell, Miss Eileen, love you lady. And then I gotta shout out Mr. Brian Johnson, JBTM. That's my coach, my dog, my ride or die. And I gotta shout out Mike Velos for Velos Boxing. We here. We here.
April 29th, we here.
29th, we
here. So before we leave, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you, Marqus. Thank you, Dad. You know what I'm saying, for allowing us to be here. Salute to you guys once again, as always. And make sure you guys like and comment, subscribe. Don't be a lame. You know what I'm saying? Get with it.
Also, make sure you follow him. Make sure you go watch the fight.
Show love to Marqus.
Tune in to pay-per-view.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Yeah, pay-per-view cheap. It ain't no $85.
Yeah, let's
Probably
go.
like $10 or something.
Support.
Like
Yeah, you
it's all
good.
about support.
Shit, we made it though. We made it pay-per-view. Fuck going on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We made it.
Support the brother. We made it. Pay-per-view. Don't be a hater. Be a supporter. Let's go. We need more supporters and less haters.
But as always, we'd like to thank you guys and tune in next week. This is The Show. We out.
We out, baby.